Fisher's Fright. The sun had barely risen over the horizon as the fishing boat, Ocean's Bounty, cut through the calm waters of the open sea. The crew, a close-knit group bonded by years of shared toil and adventure, was in high spirits as they hauled in a substantial catch. Captain Daniels, a seasoned mariner with a weathered face and a no-nonsense demeanor, stood at the helm, scanning the horizon with a mix of pride and determination. Among the crew was First Mate Harrison, a stalwart figure with quiet strength, always ready with a word of encouragement. Mateo, a young deckhand with a knack for old seafarer tales and infectious enthusiasm, lifted everyone's spirits with his stories. Lars, a burly fisherman known for his hearty laugh and unmatched skill with the nets, worked alongside Ellie, the ship's mechanic. Ellie's quick wit and technical prowess kept the Ocean's Bounty running smoothly. As they basked in their success, whispers among the crew spoke of a legendary fishing spot, one that promised a haul so bountiful it could set them up for life. Mateo recounted the tale with a gleam in his eye. They say it's a hidden cove, teeming with fish. Few have found it, but those who did well, they never needed to fish again. The allure of such a place was irresistible. Captain Daniels gave a nod of approval, and the crew cheered as they set a new course, guided by Mateo's tale and their dreams of unimaginable fortune. As the Ocean's Bounty ventured into uncharted waters, the sky darkened and the sea grew tumultuous. The GPS and navigation equipment flickered and died, leaving the crew bewildered and anxious. Captain Daniels tried to reassure his men, though his eyes betrayed his concern. Harrison stood by his side, providing a calming presence. Days passed, and their disorientation deepened. It felt as though they had entered another realm. On the third day, a shadow appeared on the horizon. At first, it seemed like a mirage, but it soon became clear, a weathered pirate ship, its skull and crossbones flag fluttering ominously in the wind. Panic erupted as the pirate ship, faster and more agile, quickly closed the distance. Grappling hooks flew through the air, and with a sickening lurch, the Ocean's Bounty was tethered to the pirate vessel. Armed men swarmed over the fishing boat, and despite their best efforts, the crew was overpowered and taken prisoner. Dragged aboard the pirate ship, the crew was thrown into a dark, dank hold. Above them, chaos reigned as the pirates argued over the spoils. The air was thick with tension and the acrid smell of gunpowder. Then, a hush fell over the deck as the pirate captain emerged. Captain Blackbird was a towering figure, his presence a mix of sheer physical power and malevolent charisma. His dark, piercing eyes seemed to bore into the souls of his captives. He spoke little, but his orders were absolute, and none dared to defy him. As the situation grew dire, the sea around them began to churn violently. A low, monstrous growl emanated from the depths, and soon, the surface erupted as the Kraken attacked. Enormous tentacles, lined with suction cups the size of dinner plates, wrapped around the pirate ship, splintering wood and sending men flying. The Kraken's massive jaws snapped through the rigging, and its unblinking eyes observed the chaos with eerie calm. Ink spewed into the water, blackening the sea and adding to the confusion. Pirates screamed and fought back, but their weapons were useless against the beast. Amidst the pandemonium, Captain Daniels saw their chance. Now, he shouted to his crew, with the Kraken occupied. The fishermen managed to break free of their confines. They scrambled back to the Ocean's Bounty, working together to cut the lines binding them to the pirate ship. The boat rocked violently, but they managed to get the engine running. However, their escape was far from simple. As they pulled away, Captain Blackbird leapt onto their deck, a fearsome sight in the chaos. His strength was overwhelming, knocking crew members aside as he made his way toward Captain Daniels. A fierce struggle ensued, with the crew desperately defending their captain. Daniels fought valiantly, his weathered fists and quick reflexes a testament to his years at sea. But Blackbird's brute force was overpowering. Mateo, guilt-ridden for leading them into this nightmare, found his courage. Grabbing a heavy fishing gaff, he launched himself at Blackbird. The two clashed, and for a moment, Mateo's determination seemed to turn the tide. But Blackbird, with a savage grin, struck Mateo down, the young deckhand crumpling to the deck, his redemption incomplete. The chaos reached a fever pitch as the Kraken's tentacles snaked around the ocean's bounty, tightening its grip. Just when all seemed lost, Harrison made a desperate decision. With a roar, he charged at Blackbird, giving everything he had to buy time for the crew. Harrison's sacrifice was swift and brutal, but it provided the crucial moment the crew needed. Captain Daniels, seizing the opportunity, rallied the remaining crew. For Harrison. For Mateo. He cried, and with a surge of strength, they managed to push Blackbird back. As the pirate captain prepared a final, devastating attack, the Kraken's massive jaws closed around him, dragging him into the depths. The fishing crew, battered and bloodied, worked frantically to free their boat from the Kraken's grip. Inch by inch, they pulled away, the monstrous beast now fully engaged, with Blackbird in a deadly underwater struggle. As they sailed away, the sky above remained dark and foreboding. The ocean's bounty and its crew, now fewer in number, moved through the eerie calm of the sea. Captain Daniel stood at the helm, his heart heavy with the losses they had suffered. Ellie and Lars, bruised but resolute, stood by his side, their bond stronger than ever. The legend of the hidden cove had cost them dearly. The sea, with its dark secrets and ancient powers, had taken its toll. The ocean's bounty sailed on, but the waters grew increasingly strange. The familiar landmarks were gone, replaced by unrecognizable terrain. The fog thickened, and the ship's instruments still not responding. As the crew drifted through the mists, it became clear that they were not only lost, but displaced in time. Their story faded into obscurity, a ghostly whisper among the shadows of the past.